Shalom, Ahab, Wa, Barak. First and foremost, Kahlayim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach. Double honors to all the apostles, the prophets, the elders, the teachers, and the disciples, bringing out the sincere, 100% truth. Now, today, just gonna do a little class. Just gonna read the book of Amos, chapter 8. So let's do that. Do is we're going to start from the top. So it's the book of Amos chapter 8. Thus hath the Lord Yahweh shewed unto me, and behold, a basket of summer fruit. Watch this. A basket of summer fruit. And he said, Amos, what seest thou? And I said, a basket of summer fruit. Then said the Lord unto me, the end is come upon my people Israel, and I will not again pass by them anymore. Let's find out what that's actually talking about. Let's find out exactly what he means. Watch this. This is Amos chapter 8, but now I'm going to read it to you in the Living Bible just because the breakdown on it's so good. Then the Lord Yahweh shewed me a vision of a basket full of ripe fruit. What do you see, Amos? He asked. I replied, a basket full of ripe fruit. Then Yahweh said, this fruit represents my people Israel, ripe for punishment. I will not defer their punishment again. So right there, he's not going to stop your punishment. It's coming. You guys are all ripe for the punishment right now because you don't follow the instructions that were given to you. But only to the Israelites. Once the 2/3 are gone, then the rest of the nations are going to get judged. And they're going to get judged. Let me keep going. I just wanted to show you that. Judgment's coming, and the Most High is not here to stop it. I can prove that too. I've come to bring a sword. What chapter and verse? Matthew chapter 10, KJV. Matthew chapter 10, KJV, verse 34. You think that I am come to send peace on the earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. You are ripe for the punishment, and he is bringing you the sword. Amos chapter 8, KJV. Verse 3. The songs of the temple shall be howlings in that day, saith Yahweh. There shall be many dead bodies in every place. They shall cast them forth with silence. So let's Watch this. Let's go back to the TLB. Verse 3, Amos chapter 8, the breakdown. The riotous sound of singing in the temple will turn to weeping. Then dead bodies shall be scattered everywhere. They will be carried out of the city in silence. The Lord hath spoken. The Lord hath spoken. So, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Verse 4, hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making an ephah small and a shekel great, and falsifying the balance by deceit. So they're actually asking a question. They're saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn? When will it be gone? That, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat. Now, when I was a kid, you couldn't even buy alcohol until after church was over. In biblical times, everything was shut down, and they actually kept high holy days. So, when you read it in context, knowing these kind of things, let's hear it again. Saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath, that we may set forth wheat, making an ephah small and a shekel great, and falsifying the balances by deceit? Now, let me show you what that's saying. Verse 4, again, Amos chapter 8. Listen, you merchants who rob the poor, trampling on the needy. You who long for the Sabbath to end and the religious holidays to be over so you can get out and start cheating again. Using your weighted scales and undersized measures, you who make slaves of the poor, buying them for their debt a piece of silver or a pair of shoes, or selling them your moldy wheat. So, not only do they have unjust scales, in this day and age also, we used to go to the store, and my wife shops every week for us, and what happened is the things that we used to buy are now on a smaller scale at a higher price. Nobody notices that. It's right here in the scriptures. I told you last week, Matthew 24, we're living it in real time. These are the real beginnings of sorrows. For all the children of Israel, these are the beginnings of sorrows. Let me keep going. Verse 5. No. Verse 6. No. Let's go to verse 7. The Lord hath sworn by the excellency of Jacob, surely I will never forget any of their works. So the Most High is not going to forget any of your works. What does it say about that? Revelation chapter 22 and 12, KJV. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according to his works shall be. So guess what? When you think that you're saved, you're not. When you think that you're going to the kingdom, you're not. You're going to get paid according to your works. Now, if you're keeping the laws, the statutes and the laws, and the direct commands he gave us to the best of your ability, according to your knowledge, you might possibly be part of the hopeful elect. That's how easy it is to get in this kingdom. Amos chapter 8, KJV. Verse 8. Shall not the land tremble for this? And everyone mourn that dwelleth therein? And it shall rise up wholly as a flood, and it shall cast out and drown as the flood of Egypt. So it's talking about rising up as the flood of the Nile and then going back down again. It's asking you, shouldn't you mourn about this? You know your works. You know what you've done. You know how you are, but you're not even scared. You're prideful and high-minded, and you think the Most High is going to give you a pass. I can't wait to see all these passes he's giving out. Let me keep going. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the earth in the clear day. And I will turn all your feasts into mournings, your songs into lamentation, and I will bring upon sackcloth. I will bring up sackcloth upon all loins, and baldness upon every head. And I will make it as the mourning of an only son. Mourning your only son being killed. That's what it's saying. That's how sorrowful you're going to be when the Most High puts his judgment on you. And the end thereof is as a bitter day. Do you know what the word America means? It means bitter. Look it up. But let's go over that again. Let's go over that again. I'm gonna read it to you in one of these different versions of the Bible so you guys can understand what it just said. I'm gonna read it to you in your Bible, in your religious Bible. Verse 7, Amos chapter 8 and 7. The Lord, the pride of Israel, has sworn, I won't forget your deeds. The land will tremble as it awaits its doom. What do I keep telling you guys? You're fucking doomed. And everyone will mourn. It will rise up like the river Nile at the flood time, toss about, and sink again. At that time, I will make the sun go down at noon and darken the earth in the daytime. I will turn your parties into mourning, and your songs of joy will be turned into cries of despair. I will wear funeral clothes and shave your heads as a sign of sorrow, as if your only son had died. Bitter will be that day. You want to see that day? Let me show it to you. Isaiah chapter 66, KJV. Let's check that day out. Let's see what that day is all about. Let's go to verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger and fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be mending. I shouldn't have to break that down. He's going to come with his chariots, which everybody so ignorantly calls the spaceships or the UFOs or the whatever special name they have for them. They're coming down, and with their flames of fire, they're going to rebuke this place. And they're going to plead with the people. And there's going to be a lot of people that didn't follow instruction. And I told you, he's coming quickly with his reward to repay everybody according to their works. Let's keep going. Verse 9. And it shall come to pass in that day, saith Yahweh, I will cause the sun to go down at noon, and I will darken the clear day. Now we know what that's talking about. He's about to come and burn this place down. Verse 10. I will turn the feast into mournings, and all your songs into lamentation, and I will bring up sackcloth upon the loins, baldness upon every head. I will make it as the mourning of an only son, and the end thereof is as a bitter day. I hope you can understand what that means now. Let's keep going. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Now that's perpetual. That's perpetual. I can prove it. I can prove it. It's happening again. It's already happened to us more times than you think in the scriptures. Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you how this is perpetual with the famine of the word. But this time, you guys are doomed. Neither was it lawful for him to keep the feast days, nor the Sabbaths, or to profess them as a Jew at all. What chapter and verse? Neither was it lawful for them to keep the Sabbath or the holy days, or to profess themselves as a Jew. What chapter and verse? There it is. 2 Maccabees, chapter 6 and verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days, or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. They made it illegal for us to keep our culture. Why do you think the iron yoke will be upon your neck until you're destroyed? The part where you're destroyed is when you don't know who your forefathers are, where you came from. Why does your history start at slavery, but there was nothing before that? This is being destroyed. This is a famine of the word right here. Maccabees 6 and 6. What does it say again? Neither is it lawful for a man to keep the Sabbath days or ancient feast days. Not Christmas, not Easter, not Halloween, not Thanksgiving. Those are pagan. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about the Bible. What does the Bible say? They wouldn't let us do those things. Or profess himself at all to be a Jew. So this famine of the word happened in the Maccabees. Let's find out where else it happened. Let's find out where else it happened. During slavery, in the transatlantic slave trade, it was punishable by death for a so-called black man to read the Bible. It was punishable by death for a so-called black man to read the Bible. It's funny. We're all laughing now. But when the Most High rebukes you, you're gonna wish you understood the instructions. Punishable by death. You think that we were hearing the word then? Now this time is for real. They're making laws saying that if I read this book to you, that I am extremist and a terrorist. What do they call a non-violent terrorist? That is a contradiction. They don't want you guys to know the truth. They don't want you to know there's a way out. They don't care. For all my brothers and sisters that are the true Yasharal, to Zion one, Wa Yerushalayim, Kwam Yasharallah, Kwam to Zion one, Kwam Yerushalayim, Kal Halayim, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rukwakadash. Those are the people I'm here for. That's who I'm here for. I ain't here for nobody else. Let me go back to it though. Verse 11, Amos chapter 8, verse 11, KJV. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst for water, but of hearing the word of Yahweh. Act now while supplies last. We're not going to be here forever. And they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east, and they shall run to and fro, seeking the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it, because it's going to be too late. You're all doomed. Everybody that thinks that they're saved, it says, he that endureth until the end, that's who's going to be saved. That same soul shall be saved. He who endureth until the end, that same soul shall be saved. Nobody else is saved. Nobody's saved yet. The church lied again. Verse 13. In that day shall the fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst, and they that swear by the sin of Samaria, and say, thy God, O Dan, liveth, and the manner of Beersheba, even they shall fall and never rise up again. Let's put it in where you guys can understand it. The time is surely coming. This is Amos chapter 8, starting at verse 11. I'm going to read through the rest of the chapter. The time is surely coming, saith Yahweh, when I will send a famine on the land, not a famine of bread or water, but of hearing the word of the Lord. Men will wander everywhere from sea to sea, seeking the word of the Lord, searching, running here and going there, but will not find it. Beautiful girls and fine young men alike will grow faint and weary, thirsting for the word of Yahweh. Those who worship idols in Samaria, Dan, and Beersheba shall fall and never rise again. Those who worship false idols. What is a false idol? A graven image. Who has graven images? Well, I can go to any Catholic church right now and find at least 20 different statues. Is that not graven? Is that not a graven image? Are you guys worshiping that? How about all of your fake holidays? Are you worshiping that? Can't wait for that fuzzy feeling for your evil ass shit. You know what? I'm going to stop there. Revelation. You know what? Matthew chapter 13. Matthew 13 and 14. Blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. So, If you have eyes to see and ears to hear, I hope you're able to get something out of this very small message. One more verse though. Revelation chapter 22, KJV. Verse 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. Remember one thing. I'm out here for the children of Israel, trying to wake them up. That's it. The Most High said, these are our works. Go out to the highways and the hedges and preach to the wind. Right? So, it doesn't sound sincere most of the time, but sincerely, I'm out here for my people. Shabbat Shalom.